Shalom, aloha, hola, hotel. Coming at you with a nice video. This is your brother Wasil Bay, better known as Sham Stoppers. Stopping the bullshit before it starts. This video is out to the people in Florida. And I'm gonna show y'all, give y'all good education. It's number 2 educational, expert. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no professional, I'm an expert, because I have this expertise in this service that the state, who is a what, that provides, not a who. The state is a what, not a who. So, therefore, you can't owe a what, but you can owe a who. That Bible says, forgive us of our debts as we forgive our debtors. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to show you that the child support hearing officer manual of Florida, which is not on this website. People in Florida, I ain't gonna do everything, but I'm finna open up your minds and you see how this is a service that you volunteering, and when you go to their courtroom voluntarily, they have jurisdiction over you. You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. And let's get this lecture started. We're gonna talk about revenue. You know what I'm saying? What you got without the RE? Venue, right? Venue is where they gonna hold it at. Like, we're gonna hold a venue at my house, and then we're gonna talk about the revenue, the money at my house. You see what I'm saying? And I'm gonna show you that the revenue, you are the revenue when you go in there. You the walking revenue. Without you, it can't be no Florida Department of Revenue, and you volunteering to give these people this service that they offer. I mean, there's giving them business that they offer their service to you. You know what I'm saying? So, this lecture is called Florida Child Support Revenue. I'm gonna take out my lawyer's book. The lawyer from iniquity to modern times, and I'm gonna let you see what he says out his mouth. I back up what the fuck I say. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a talk show host. I just talk and complain and whine and bitch. You know what I'm saying? I got books and I love to read. And I find out some wonderful things. This book is by Roscoe Pound. Look what he says. He said the legal profession is a public profession. Lawyers are public servants. They are the stewards of all the legal rights and obligations of all citizens. It is incumbent on stewards, if they are to be faithful to their trust, to render an accounting from time to time. You think lawyers gonna be faithful? Get the fuck out of here. You think they're gonna be faithful to you? You read the corpus seductum, right? Secundum, excuse me. Yeah, excuse me, my throat is kind of sore, but yeah. Lawyers are public servants. There you have it. And there's some powerful shit in that book, people. That book was written in 1956. This cat was the president of law at president of Harvard Law School. Excuse me. All right. We're gonna talk about next on my lecture. We're gonna talk about administrative, state and federal law. I'm finna open you fellas and ladies' eyes up. Okay. Let's talk about administrative agency, which we know that child support is an administrative agency, right, people? And that it's executive branch. Administrative agencies, which are barely mentioned in the federal Constitution, have often been regarded as posing threats to the Constitution. constitutional structure, they typically possess delegated authority to make rules, not laws, people, to adjudicate individual cases, to engage in law enforcement, and to conduct other activities related to those functions. What other activities? Yet these are the functions normally entrusted to the three branches of government that the Constitution established in express and detailed terms. The legitimacy of such delegations has long been contested because most agency heads are appointed rather than elected, and therefore are not directly responsible to the voters. Voters are people who have God see as, these people running for office as their gods. Furthermore, the modern administrative agency seems to defy, we all know what defy means, the principle of separation of powers, since the single entity exercises rulemaking, adjudication, and law enforcement functions. They being disobedient. They ain't supposed to be doing that. They said defy the principle of separation of powers. Wow. Man, we finna get deep, brothers from Florida and sisters. Stand your ground. The non-delegation doctrine in state agencies. Wow. Look at that. Look at that shit. No branch shall exercise powers probably belonging to another. Consider whether the federal court should emulate state courts in more strongly enforcing the non-delegation doctrine, or whether state courts should follow the federal courts in giving only lip service to the doctrine. It's coming out this book, y'all. And I ain't begun to read what else it says, man. See, when you got these tools, you know what I'm saying, you can beat them. It ain't really about beating them. You can just refuse their service because you know they full of shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to the business terms of revenue. We're going to go to the business dictionary of revenue. That's what revenue means. The amount earned in generally denotes a gross figure such as sales from a business, taxes collected by a government, or an amount received from performing a service. Business people. Did I pull out the law one yet? I already did a video about child support. Bankruptcy won't eliminate child support, and I went in the half price books and showed you fellas what falls upon the business. Law is a business, people. Come on now. Let's get real. Get real. Then get real. Hold on. Revenue. Yeah, we're going to talk about revenue administrative. Yeah, at the same time. Because they want to administrate your ass as revenue. Right? Revenue, increase the assets of an organization or decrease in liabilities during an accounting period, primarily from the organization's operating activities. Look at that. Look at that shit. The government accounting. Rendering services, revenues. So services is revenues. Don't you see that, people? Huh? I ain't gotta make no shit up. Dictionary accounting terms. I ain't gotta make that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Revenue bond, that's where they get your ass when you go up in there. Municipal bond, state bond issue paying principal. We talked about that, right? Toll bridge, highway, hospital, public facility that was built. You know what I'm saying? With the proceeds of the financing. Y'all believe that? Huh? Have they fixed y'all roads yet? Have these public servants fixed your roads yet? Huh? Federal Reserve Bond. Federal Reserve Board. Wow. That's what Ken Paxton got in trouble for in Texas. That's banking. Revenue. This coming out of my favorite. Law Dictionary. Barron's. Revenue. Income from whatever source derived. That which returns or comes back from an investment. So y'all investments. Really. Revenue bill. Look at that shit. Revenue ruling. Internal service. Wow. Show you how they got their hands in it. And they want to lie and say they don't have their hands in it. The IRS is, you know, they doing their thing. I don't hate on nobody. They have the way they handle their business. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all a business. Y'all got the right to refuse that shit. Coming from Dictionary Investment. But they told me to see revenue bond at this book. See municipal revenue bond. Right? Let's look up in we already went to administrator. Look at that. Administrative order. Alleged father. Look at that shit. Let me break that down some more. Venue. Let's talk about venue. To etymology dictionary. Venue. A coming for the purpose of attack. They want to attack you. You know what I'm saying? Coming. To go, come. Since of a place where a case in law is tried, is first recorded. Venue. Extended to locally, generally, especially site of a concert or sporting event. Change of venue is from Blackstone. Revenue. Income from property or possessions. So they're saying, they're already saying that they possess you and you're their property. With an adhesion contract. Okay. Let's go to One Heaven. See what they say about revenue. Y'all want to see revenues, baby? Man, shit, I be doing my homework. Ain't got time to go out no club, make nobody rich and all that old bullshit. Revenue. Company. Business, people. Keep telling you it's a business. The business of trading. They want to trade, people. Unilateral, bilateral, and involuntary. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. I ain't gonna make no long video. We're gonna be brief a little bit. I'm already at 14 minutes. You know, revenue gift, revenue grant, revenue assignment, revenue delegation. All civilized societies that have served and thrived have based their revenue strategy first upon unilateral revenue. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Sales revenue, fees, rent, royalties. Man, they be telling you shit right in y'all face. Y'all just ignore this shit. Ignorance. Ignorance means to ignore something, not because you dumb. I don't know what your purpose is, but I'm gonna tell you mine. I ain't finna be pimped. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Look at that shit, man. This is revenue, people. Y'all go check this shit out. Check that shit out. Revenue. I'm gonna go to. Nah. Fuck it. I'm gonna go to Judge. And this ain't my shit, man. This is not my shit. I just find shit, you know what I'm saying? The age of Aquarius. You know. Judge, execution of law. I'm gonna let y'all take a peek at something. Look at this. When a man or woman holding neither authority nor right as a judge falsely sits as a judge and refuses to pronounce and make an oath before each case to render fair justice, then all verdicts, judgments, and orders by that judge are rendered null and void from the moment of issue. Y'all hear that? Why y'all think they took the Bible out the courtroom? Judge not, yet ye be judged. Y'all got a Bible, man. Y'all got. There's so many weapons around. If y'all don't choose to use your weapons to fight, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. A judge who remains a member of the Bar Association failing to openly repudiate their membership shall automatically cause all their judgments to be invalid, unlawful, and subject to immediate suppression. Let's go to the Florida Constitution. Nah, we're gonna go to the voila. Look what I got. Look what I got. Florida's Child Support Bench Book 2012. Bench book. Let me break some few things down. We're already 18. Authority to determine child support. Man, who the fuck gave y'all authority? Well, I know y'all did. You know what I'm saying? We all did, but you can refuse service, man. This is a service. Child support hearing officer conversation. That word there means conversation. Look that up. And I've been loving people been coming. Well, I had one gentleman come on my page. Well, not my page, my YouTube platform, and show proof. Shit, I'm showing it right here. Look at this. We finna catch somebody in the lie, okay? Boys, women, and men in Florida, check this out. Read that real good. To hear cases prescribed by general law. What was that again? Article 5, Section 5 and 6. Article 5, Section 5 and 6. And it said what? Let's go and catch this lie real fast. Show y'all how to break down a liar. There shall be a circuit court serving each judicial circuit. The circuit court shall have original jurisdiction not vested, which means not secured, no possession. You know what I'm saying? Look that up. That's a flaw. That's a lie. That's you can't do that. See, they made up their own shit because it's a business, right? Right. Now check this out. Article 5, Section 1 of the Florida Constitution grants administrative officers quasi-judicial power in matters connected with the functions of the officers. Connected with functions. Not the law or rule. It says functions. Article 5, Section 1, excuse me. Damn, I forgot it already. Article 5, Section 1. The judicial power shall be vested in a Supreme Court, District Court, Appeal, Circuit Court, and County Courts. No other may be established by the state. Political subdivision of any legislature shall be by general law. Divide the state into appellate courts, court districts, and judicial circuits following the county lines. Commissions established by by law, whatever the fuck that is, or administrative officers or bodies may be granted. It says may be granted, right? That's what we call it right there. Watch this. It says the federal Constitution grants. See how they put grants, but the Constitution says maybe, maybe not. You gotta watch, people. Y'all gotta watch out for these words. Maybe, shall, must. Why they don't say will? Because they need your free will to accept this bullshit. Child support is not that hard, people. It's a service. They telling you that, look, child support hearing officers must be members of the Florida bar unless waived. They must be members of Florida bar. Must. Well, I must get by 6 more wives, but shit, let me get through with this one. You know what I'm saying? Must. You must put on your jacket before you go outside. Look at this. Public policy favors imposing on parents an obligation to contribute to a child's support. Public policy. Policy, people. Go to One Heaven and look up policy. Man, we got the remedies, man. We got all the remedies right here. Y'all can beat y'all. That child support is done for. Do your paperwork. That's a wrap. And this our man right here, and he give it to you right here.
Okay. If we go down to Article 1, Section 2, Paragraph V, I pulled this out of the Georgia State Constitution. What acts void? Legislative acts in violation of the Constitution of this state or the United States are void, and the judiciary shall so declare them. All right, under Article 3 of the same Constitution, general powers. The General Assembly shall have the power to make all laws not inconsistent with this Constitution and not repugnant to the Constitution of the United States. Under Florida State Constitution, Article 1, Section 18, it says administrative penalties. No administrative agency except the Department of Military Affairs shall impose a sentence of imprisonment, nor shall it impose any other penalty, which means child support. Don't forget.
Y'all heard him? What did he say? Article 1, Section 18. Let's go to Article 1, Section 18. Okay? Article 1, Section 18. No administrative agent except the Department of Military Affairs is appropriately convene court-martial action as provided by law shall impose a sentence of imprisonment, nor shall it impose any other penalty except as provided by law. Brothers and sisters, it don't get no better than that. You know what I'm saying? Let me show you a little bit more of this. Go Google this whatchamacallit. Let me go down here. What page is the hearing officer? I wrote it down. 194. Ooh. So, y'all know what y'all read? That's what this means. Y'all go up in there. You volunteering. You can argue with you. You can argue with these people all you want to. Arguing ain't gonna do shit but piss them off. Put your paperwork in. Be polite. You know what I'm saying? Be polite to them. You know. They know the rules. They know what's going on. They give you all their paperwork. Now it's time for you to give them your paperwork. Real talk. Look at this shit. Read that shit. Florida State funded general magistrates and hearing officers are structured differently than Article 5 judges. Unlike Article 5 judges, they lack the set tenure and office and protection of salary, and instead are state court system at will employees. Don't get caught slipping. Yeah, I remember that back in the day. May object before the referral is made. May. No, you can. May is their word, should and must is theirs. No, you will. You have a will. Can't nobody force you to do anything against your own free will, people. Look at that. This is Florida Hearing Officer Program. Hearing officers are limited to hearing cases. You go down there, they don't want to hear your shit. They want you to pay that change. Yeah, I stayed up till 5 o'clock searching for this shit. Seeking, you shall find. The more you learn, the more you earn. The more you perceive, the more you can achieve. I'm gonna make my other video on Tennessee child support. I'm gonna tear that ass up. Recommendation order containing finding facts. How can you recommend the truth? How can you do that shit? The general magistrate must give notice to the parties. Report and recommendation have been submitted to the circuit judge. Y'all can go look this up. You know what I'm saying? I think I got some more stuff down here.